Hello, grade 3. How are you? Let's continue chapter 8, lessons 76 to 80. Let's revise some information about fraction. Fractions have a number on the top, which is called numerator, and a number in the bottom, which is called denominator. Like this photo, we have here quarter. It's 1 over 4. So the number on the top, which is 1, this one is called numerator. And the number in the bottom, which is 4, is called denominator. Unit fractions have 1 as a numerator. We said before, if I have a fraction like this, 1 over 4 or quarter, once I see 1 in the numerator, as a numerator, this is called unit fraction. This is called unit fraction. If I have 2 over 4, is it unit fraction? No, because we have a numerator 2, not 1. Fractions are equal parts of a whole. We said before, if we have one item as a whole and we divided it into equal parts, this is called fraction. The whole can be one item or set of items like this. If we have one pizza and we divided it into 2 equal parts, or any number, 3 equal parts, 4 equal parts, this is a whole, and this whole is one item only. But if we have set of fruits or set of apples, this is called a whole also, but here whole is set of items, not only one item. Now, let's answer these questions or circle the correct answer. Which is longer, half of lunchtime or half of Saturday? Lunchtime. Lunchtime, it means the time you will spend in eating your lunch, okay? So, which is bigger, which is longer? Half of lunchtime or half of the day Saturday? Sure, Saturday. Which is longer, half of minute or half of an hour? Huh? Sure, an hour. Which is more, half of an orange or half of a watermelon? Watermelon. Which is more, half of cookie or half of a cake? Cake, sure. Which holds more? Which holds more? Half of glass for water or half of a swimming pool? Which is bigger? Swimming pool. Which is more? Half of liter or half of milliliter? Which is more? Liter, because 1 liter equals 1000 milliliter. Okay, like this. Huh? The cookie is smaller than the cake. Now the challenge part. Write your own half problem like ones in question 3. You can write like question 3, and your question may be like this. Which is longer, half of year or half of a month? Sure, year. Okay. Now, the math journal. Reflect on your learning about fractions today. Then write your response to math prompt in the box below. 2 friends baked you a cake with 2 different sized pans. One cake is chocolate and one cake is vanilla. If you eat third of chocolate cake and third of vanilla cake, will you eat the same amount? Will you eat the same amount? Draw the picture and explain which third is bigger, or how third of each cake could be different. Okay. Here, if I have 2 cakes, chocolate and vanilla, the third of the first cake will be like the third of second cake? Sure, no. The smaller whole will give you a smaller third, and the bigger whole will give you a bigger third. Lesson 77, the connect part. Read the question below, then record your answer. A friend wants to share their candy bar with you. Would you rather have third or fourth of the candy bar? Here he wants to ask you, if you like the candy bar, you will take the biggest, and if you don't like it, you will take the smallest. So here we have third and fourth. Which is bigger and which is smaller? We said before, when we have the same numerator, so this is called crazy fraction. So the big will be small and the small will be big. So we have here the same numerator, 1 and 1, but the denominator is 3 and in the second one is 4. So which is bigger? So if I like the candy bar, I'd rather have the greatest amount, which is third. I will take third. Lesson 77, the apply part. Label the unit fraction. Number 1, label the unit fraction of this rectangle. How many halves make one whole? We have this rectangle divided into 2 halves, and each part will be half. How many total halves here to make one whole? 2 halves. Number 2, label the unit fraction for this circle. How many parts here? 3 parts, 3 equal parts, so each part will be third. How many thirds make one whole? The one whole, how many thirds in it? 3 thirds. Number 3, label the unit fraction for this triangle. How many equal parts in this triangle? 4 equal parts, so the fraction will be fourth. How many fourths make one whole? How many total fourths? We have 4 fourths or 4 quarters. The challenge part. How many people are in your family? Represent each family member as a unit fraction and express the whole family as a fraction. If we said that my family has 5 members, so each family member represent 1/5. And the total members, we have 5 members. The total members will be 5 over 5. This is the whole family. Number 2, Wagdi has one whole carton of 12 eggs. What fraction is each egg? The fraction of each egg in the carton, they are 12 eggs. So the fraction will be 1 over 12. The whole eggs carton as a fraction, the whole eggs carton, the whole will be how many 12th? 12 12th. So it's 12 over 12.
Now let's move to the math journal. Reflect on your learning about fraction. Write the response to journal prompt in the box below. What does the term one whole mean in fraction? One whole means the total parts of fraction. We said before, if we divided the whole into equal parts, so the total parts will make one whole. And we said also, one whole equals 2 halves. 2 halves means 2 over 2, 2 parts out of 2. 3 thirds, 3 parts out of 3 parts. So 3 thirds, 3 over 3, 4 over 4, 5 over 5, 100 over 100. Any number over itself will be equals to 1. The relation between division and fraction. Fraction means dividing whole into equal parts. We know this. If we have here 4 tomatoes and these 4 tomatoes make a whole for me, so the whole here is a set of 4 tomatoes. It's not one item, it's a whole, it's a set of 4 tomatoes, and we want to know the half of this set. The half of this set. The half of this set, I can make it like this. So the first half will be 2 tomatoes and the second half will be 2 tomatoes, right? Like this, okay? So the half of 4 is 2. It's the same if we make 4 divided by 2. So the half of 4, it means 4 divided by 2. Okay, the half of 6, it means 6 divided by 2. The half of 8, it means 8 divided by 2. The third of 9, it means 9 divided by 3, and so on. The connect part, we have here some division equations. You can solve it as a revision for you. The apply part in lesson 78. We have here some problems and we want to solve it in the box below. Letter A, divide 8 counters into fourths. Fourths, it means 4 equal parts. So if we wanted to know the fourths for 8 counters, so we have 8 counters, we want to divide them equally into fourths. So it's the same 8 divided by 4, which equals 2. So if we divided 8 counters into fourths, each fourth will take 2. What is the half of 16? It's the same, 16 divided by 2. So the half here will be 16 divided by 2 equals 8. So each half we will put inside it 8. Okay. Number 2, divide 24 counters into eighths. It's the same, my dears, never mind. 24 divided into eighths, so it's the same, 24 divided by 8 equals 3. So each eighth here we will put inside it 3. What is the third of 21? Third of 21. It's 21 divided by 3 equals 7. So each third will take 7. The challenge part here, he wants you to use your fraction or strips to make a problem like this. If we said what is a quarter of 32? Quarter means 1 over 4. So 1 over 4 of 32, it means 32 divided by 4. So each fourth will have 8 inside it. If we divided 32 counters into quarters, each quarter has 8 counters. Muhammad has 12 apples to give away. If he splits the apples evenly between 2 friends, how many apples will each friend get? Okay, we have here 12 apples. We want to divide them between 2 friends. So we will divide 12 by 2 equals 6. And the fraction for each one, for each friend will take, they are 2 friends, so each friend will take half. If he splits the apples evenly between 3 friends, if he splits the apples between 3 friends, how many apples each friend will get? They are 12. I wanted to divide them between 3. So 12 divided by 3 equals 4. And each one will take the fraction third because they are 3 friends. So I will divide them 3 equal parts. So each one will take third. Number 3, if he splits them between 4 friends, it's the same. 12 divided into 4 equal parts. So 12 divided by 4 equals 3, and the fraction will be what? They are 4 friends. Each friend will take fourth, okay, or quarter. Number 4, Muhammad wants to split apples between 6 friends. It's very easy. The same 12 will be divided between 6 friends. So each friend will take 2 apples and his fraction will be, I will divide it between 6. So 6 equal parts. So the fraction will be 1 over 6. 4 friends bought a pizza to share equally. What fraction of the pizza each friend get? Focus with me. We have only one pizza, so the whole here is one pizza. They are 4 friends, so they will cut their pizza into fourths. Each one will take fourth. So the one whole pizza divided between 4 friends, so each one will take fourth. And we said before, that the fraction bar, it's the same like division symbol. Okay, so 1 divided by 4, it's the same 1 over 4. So the fraction of each one will be fourth. Omar bought 6 packs of soda to give equally to his 6 guests. If you have 6 cans of soda, 6 cans, and we have 6 friends, and we wanted to divide them, I will give each one what? I have 6 cans and 6 friends. Each one will take 1. Yes. So each guest will take 6 divided by 6 equals 1 can or 1 pack of soda. And the fraction of the whole, it will be 6 over 6. 6 soda cans divided on 6 guests. So each one will take 1 soda can. Our math journal. Explain the relation between fraction and division. We said before that fraction and division are the same. If we divided the whole into equal parts, it's the same. We divided a number into another number, or by another number. We divide a number by other number. For example, if we have one pizza here, we said before, I have one pizza, I wanted to divide it by 4 friends, so each friend will get 1/4, 1/4, 1 part out of 4 parts. It means 1 divided by 4 equals. Let's move to lesson 80, the connect part. Hiba and Amira walked to school together. Here we have Hiba and Amira, they walk to school together. It takes Hiba half an hour to walk to Amira's house. So from Hiba to Amira, we have half an hour. Half an hour equals 30 minutes. We studied it before that 1 hour equals 60 minutes. So half an hour equals 30 minutes. From Amira's home to the school, quarter hour. Quarter hour equals 15 minutes. 15 minutes. So Heba moved to Amira, then they moved together to the school. Now he wants to know the total minutes that Heba takes to go to school or to walk to school. Okay. So we will add 30 plus 15 equals 45. From Heba to the school, 30 and 15, all of them equals 45 minutes. The apply part. Letter A, would you rather have third or fourth of a chocolate bar? We have here 2 chocolate bars. The first bar is 3 equal parts, so each part will be third. The second bar will be 4 equal parts, and each part will be fourth. Would you rather have third or fourth? If you like chocolate bar, you will eat the bigger amount. The bigger amount means the larger piece. Larger piece is third or fourth. We said before third is bigger, but we said before they are crazy fraction. Crazy fraction. Crazy fraction means the big is small and the small is big. Okay, we have the same numerator here, 1 and 1, so the greater denominator will be the smaller one, and the smaller denominator will be the bigger one. So we call this crazy fraction. We have here the same numerator 1, so the small number third will be the bigger. So I'd rather have third of a chocolate because it's the greatest part. Number 1, would you rather have half or fourth of pizza? it's the same. We have here crazy fraction, the same numerator, crazy fraction. So the smaller denominator will be the bigger fraction. So I'd rather have half pizza. If we have two pizza here, the half will be greater than the fourth. And we know from crazy fraction that half is bigger. Number 2, would you rather have 1 over 6 or 1 over 8 of bottle of juice? Bottle of juice. They are also crazy fractions. So 1 over 6 or 1 over 8? Which is bigger denominator? Bigger denominator will be the smaller one. So 1 over 6 is the greatest. Number 3, 1 over 4 and 1 over 6 of candy bar or bag of candy. Which is bigger? Which is bigger? 1 over 4 or 1 over 6? 1 over 4. Here we have a challenge part. We want to order these fractions from the smallest to the largest. From the smallest, it means ascending order. Which one of these fractions is the smallest? We know that they are crazy fractions. All of these fractions have 1 in numerator, so the largest denominator will be the smallest one. 1 over 12, and don't forget to cancel. 1 over 10, which one? 1 over 8, 1 over 6, 1 over 5, 1 over 4, 1 over 3, and the last one, 1 over 2. Okay, here he wants you to write a story problem like we did before. If we have here some green apples and some red apples, here we have group of apples, red and green. I'd like red apples, so I'd rather have 3 over 5. 3 over 5. 3 red apples out of 5 apples, total apples. So 3 over 4 over 5 is the greatest amount, then 2 over 5. Here our math journal, he wants you to say when you use the fraction in real life. It's a homework for you. You can do it. You can say that we use fraction in cutting pizza, in dividing chocolate bar, anything you can do. Thank you for watching and hope you enjoyed this video.